So for any of you that remember this car, know that I OTQ 6-speed manual swapped it last year around this time. The car consistently gave me issues, which led me to pull the transmission 5 or so times. After replacing the master cylinder, slave cylinder, clutch kit, flywheel, and bleeder line, the transmission broke away from the bell housing and caused the flywheel to fully shear off the crankshaft. This ultimately led to catastrophic failure of the entire powertrain.
This is the back of the flywheel. Crack the bolt straight off. Look at that. Like, at that point, do I just get a new motor? Seriously.
Almost a whole year has gone by since you guys have last heard anything about this car. It's been down for so long, in fact, that I've gotten 2 other Jettas in the meantime. Regardless, I decided to embark on version 2 of the O2Q Mark 5. Because honestly, between me and y'all, I've spent way too much fucking money on this car to let it go rot in a junkyard. I found a used engine in O2Q at my local pick and pull for a great price. Once I knew I had a solid powertrain, I didn't hesitate to get right to work. I started cleaning the entire engine and transmission from the ground up, making sure that this would be a super clean swap that I could be proud of. After the motor and the transmission were clean, I started disassembling the accessories and any other components I'd need from the old motor to transfer to the new motor. I didn't mind reusing all of the old motor's accessories because a lot of you may not know this, but this is not the first motor I've put in this car. This is the second motor, meaning that this car has had 3 motors in its lifetime paired to 3 different transmissions as well. Anyways, I've already replaced just about every tensioner and accessory you would need on the last motor, so why not use them again? I wanted to use my Mark 6 header as it sounds better and flows better, but of course this motor wanted to be stubborn and made me break out the grinder and blowtorch. Just got all of the accessories transferred over to the new engine. Everything's all in place, tightened up how it should be. So, getting a lot closer. Oh my god. At this point, I'm ready to go ahead and put the motor in the car. I start by rough placing it into the car with the engine support bar in place to hold it just in case. It did not take me long to realize it'll be much easier to put the transmission onto the motor outside of the vehicle due to the limited space. I decided to start back up on it the morning after and put it on outside of the vehicle, making sure to torque the flywheel and clutch kit bolts to spec, since I've had many issues with that in the past.
Alright, so far so good. We made some pretty good progress in the car. We got the motor in. It's being supported by the engine support bar right now. I'm about to work on the transmission to get it bolted up, replace the slave cylinder, and after that we should be good. Alright, just got the slave cylinder out, about to replace it with a new one.
I had a friend stop by at one point and help me put the engine and transmission together back into the vehicle. The hardest part about putting both components together back into the chassis is definitely because of the frame rails. There's not enough clearance at all. This made me have to jack up the body of the car, then lower the engine, then jack up the engine, lower the engine support bar. It was just a little bit annoying, but regardless, we were able to get it back into the vehicle.
Alright y'all, so we made great progress tonight. Got the engine and the transmission made together and to the frame of the vehicle. It's fully in, supported by its own weight. All you gotta do is just get all the axles put together, plug everything in to the engine, and then it should be able to start, so we're good. Alright guys,
We made some pretty good progress. Drained the excess oil that the motor came with. It came with like less than a quart of oil in it, just because they drain it at the pick and pulls. Anyways, I got basically everything hooked up, all the harnesses connected, besides the things for the air conditioner and of course the radiator and the fans and such, just since it's not on the vehicle yet. But about to do an OEM plug and filter with some Castrol Edge, just put, you know, some new oil in this thing, and then after that it'll be ready to start cranking up. So at this point, I was just trying to get the vehicle started, although it was giving me a lot of issues, and I'll explain why in a second. I'm honestly really lucky that the motor is okay. Basically, what I didn't realize is the purge valve itself, the line that goes off of that, and then the line that connects to the fuel rail, they were swapped from the little T-hose connectors that are over by the coolant ball. I had a buddy come and help me, and we accidentally got them flipped. So basically the car was running like it was carbureted this whole entire time until I fixed it. I had to drain the oil. I had to put new oil in it. The oil was full of fuel. There was fuel in the intake manifold, all in the motor. I had to take the spark plugs out, turn it over with no plugs inside of it. Fuel spat out. It was a whole ordeal. It could have been really bad, to be honest, but regardless, I got it fixed and I was able to get it started. No misfires, no anything. It runs really good and smooth now. Oh yeah! All I'm waiting on now is just a front end, a radiator, core support, fans, all that, and then we'll be good to go. I bled the clutch, and I'm able to go into all gears. The car does go front and back. It does move under its own weight. The steering is a little messed up. I think I might need a new steering rack. Might need a new rack and pinion, but besides that, here pretty soon, it'll be back on the road. But anyways, yeah, I appreciate it. Hope this update helps a little bit with what's going on, just because I haven't posted anything in forever, but yeah.